So, here I was, pushing 90 years old. The agency was still limping along, and I had a decent place to live, help with the basics, space to spread out and roll around the countryside. But I had too much time on my hands, too many memories. All my life, it seemed like I'd been waiting for something to happen. Driving to kill the boredom. Falling into the movies.
All right, what do you want me to do? Just tell me and I'll do it.
Falling into singing. Falling into one damn scene after another. Jobs doing this, jobs doing that. And finally, an entertainment agency. Crap talent up the wazoo. Great, just great, right? So now it was 2015. I was so tired of Justin Bieber impersonators and what have you, but that's all I had going. But then a guy I knew told me I should catch this lecture in San Francisco and think about how this stuff could be applied to big-time shows. So I went.
Now imagine having granular control over everything in the world.
I'm standing in a room across the street while I'm standing on this stage with you while I'm standing on Mars.
Didn't know who this
miles
Ted
away.
was.
Wow.
Didn't give a shit either. But there was definitely something happening here. Now, just maybe, I could take the reins for once and shape things the way I wanted them. When I started doing some research, I was really jazzed by what I saw. But I had some questions. Do people really want to pay a lot of money to see an opera singer, a dead one, who floats along looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost? In a word, yes, a lot of money. And when I dug deeper, I could hardly believe what I was seeing, way beyond my tribute acts to dead rockers. Roy Orbison rising up from under the stage, accompanied by a full symphony orchestra. Michael Jackson dancing. Whitney Houston doing the same. Hey, I know it was complicated to do, needed a lot of precision gear. But I didn't need to know all the details as long as it worked and got a crowd on its feet, which happened time after time. And the wallets opened up. Same guy who told me about the lecture got me into a meeting with a bunch of heavy-hitter music folks, or so they seemed. They were talking holograms and the future of dead rock star tours. And guess whose names came up? The Beatles. Well, my eyes saw miles and miles of gold. Finally, a big score. Their idea was to put the surviving Beatles on the road with holograms of the dead ones, computer-aged to match what Paul and Ringo looked like now, doing big shows to rival the old rocker kings, the Rolling Stones, who were still on the road and grossing huge bucks. It was a sure thing, they said. They had people talking to Paul and Ringo's people. A deal was ready to be signed. All they needed was 25 grand from me, and I'd be sitting real pretty in less than a year. I should have known better. I lost my poor old shirt. After that, it was back to impersonators. Susan Boyle. Andrea Bocelli with karaoke backup. One night only in Stockton, that kind of shit. At this rate, I'd be on food stamps real soon. Couldn't even give much of a Christmas present to Innocencia, my caregiver.